And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Got a great one for you. Absolutely. There's a lot of news going on. There's a lot of, how do I want to put this? Joining together. Just after, because I've been doing, we've been going over cryptos for like 2 weeks now. And so I'm going to go back to news. And probably what I'm going to start doing is this. I'm going to still collect cryptos from people each day, and I'm going to review cryptos. And then during the week, every Friday morning show, I'm going to go over cryptos I wouldn't touch. So maybe you can find out some of those, like the whole week, you're telling me like what cryptos to look up and shit, and I'll do that each day. I get some time. And Friday morning will be the cryptos where I wouldn't touch these at all. And I'll probably have, I don't know, 10, 15 of them, maybe something like that. And then on the PM show, I'll have some cryptos, because, you know, if it's a good crypto, it's going to take 20, 30 minutes to go over it, deep dive it and shit. So on the PM show, I'll probably have 1 to 2 that are definitely worth getting. Because I'm gonna take requests the whole week, and every day I'm gonna look over about 5 cryptos. And by the end of the week, you know, we start with, you know, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday morning. These are all the cryptos I will not touch, and we'll be able to go through those pretty quick. And then, like I said, in the PM, these would be 1 or 2 cryptos, maybe 3, that you want to seriously consider. Del Gaddafi, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Appreciate that. Now, the $500 members, you're always free to shoot me a text to ask me a question about a crypto. I'm talking about just for like the open people. If you're $500 and up, well, I only got 500. I don't have $1,000 clubs, but if you're in the $500, how I prefer you from now on is to do the donation, not the membership, because by the time the membership's done, I get like half that, and the taxes are already killing me on this channel with the government and the tax and everything. So a $500 donation means I have no tax, and I can use that money. So from here on out, what we're going to do is when your 30-day ends on your membership, then switch over to the donation, because I'm going to be eventually eliminating the VIP 1-to-1, and we're going to switch over. So just let your membership run it out and let it expire. And then if you want to join a second time, then make that a donation. I keep track of all. I got a list. I got 2 different lists. Some people now are on the VIP 1-to-1, and some people are on the donation. Eventually, I'm switching all over to just straight up donation. Like I said, because I lose half of that money between federal tax, state tax. YouTube takes a portion for rent, and then there's other expenses they call things. So by the time I get it, it's like half. So that's why I want everybody to switch over eventually. And again, so the $500 people, you're free to text, call. I got a spare phone. I bought another iPhone, and it's for you to call if you need some help. And Crypto Hulk, I'm thinking about buying these 2 cryptos. If it was you, what would you do? And we can have a little conversation. And I can look something up for you real quick on the computer. And then I'd call you back and be like, okay, here's what we got. So that would be that's good for you. And then I'm also going to, on Fridays, when I go over like the top 1 crypto or maybe 2, you'll get notified about an hour before the show. And we'll see what happens with that. So let's get started with the first 5. That would be MAB 1914, Linda McKinney, Brian Edwards. Oh, and how it's set up also is I'm going to start doing all the $10 shows first, like tonight. And then if you're $5, you get it after that. And then after they're done watching it, I'll give that show up to the public. So you always have the Crypto Hulk members, even at the $5 and $10 levels, because there's going to be cryptos in my shows. Because I'm just reporting the news. I'm not going to teach crypto except Friday morning and Friday night. Those are the crypto teaching shows. The shitty cryptos, the shit coins in the morning, so you don't get wrecked. Or if you're in those cryptos, good luck. And on the PM are the ones, the top 1 or 2 that you really want to have, okay? Now, during the week, I'm going to talk about crypto. I'm going to read news articles and stuff like that. And cryptos, I will be incorporating some cryptos in the news articles. So there's your opportunity there. And sometimes we'll have all basically open shows as well. But people are at different membership levels, so I'm going to be hitting different levels. There's different, like if you're at the $5 or the free show, you're going to see a lot of pre-recorded shows. If you want an actual live one where you get to ask a question or some shit like that, that'll be a $10 show. And that's the show. All right. Let's see. Oh, we got Bernard Baumgardner. Hulk, you the man. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Tax-free. I get to keep all of that. Then you got Dondre. Why not do a Patreon? I'm just trying to keep it all on YouTube, even though I freaking hate YT. I prefer just to have everything in one spot. So people don't have to go here, go there, click down there, just, part of it is I'm trying to, it's based on GP, general principle. I'm trying to be successful on YouTube, and I got the whole fucking corporation against me, and I'm still successful. That's what I'm trying to do. Whether my channel grows or not, it's not the point. I'm riding this bitch out to the end. And these liberal fucks that run this platform, they're going to be watching me every fucking day. And 2 different shows, 3 different shows. I got $500 members. They're all switching over to donations. And then YT can go suck some dick because they're not getting any of that money. See, I'm doing this on general principle. I'm trying to spite them so bad. That's why I encourage donations and shit. So when I do that $500, I'm keeping it all. YT's not getting fucking shit. And then what YT does is they'll send the $500 donate people money. Oh, is there something wrong? Do you want your money? I want those fucking executives of YT on their hands and knees sucking dick, okay? That's what I'm trying to do here. All righty then. Will E. Ski. Hulk, love how you've transformed your show. Times are changing, and you're changing with the times. Yeah. I told you guys some time ago, maybe it was a year ago or something like that. I said, look, I gave everybody fair warning. When times start changing, we have to adapt the channel. 3 years ago, 5 years ago, I used to sit around and drink shots and stuff and do my show. I'll have an old fashioned or something. I'm doing a show. And I'm just having a good old time getting a buzz going. Like, boo, boo. Trying to do a show. But, now things are getting real, like, technical. I've learned a lot. My show, I can't be drinking alcohol and doing a show anymore. Like, there's so much information. Now we're getting close. I can't fuck up and tell you the wrong crypto. I got people put money on this, $500, and they're trying to know what cryptos are good and bad. Maybe not always about trying to, score big on every investment, but they might call me sometime and say, hey, crypto. Now, if it's my off time, which, I'll be drinking and some shit like that. That's standard procedure every day. But it's like, I got to be careful now on the show, because if I say the wrong thing or something, like 5 years ago, ain't shit happening, right? Ain't nothing. XRP's what, 12 cents or some shit? I started looking at XRP, it was like 8 cents, 10 cents. I didn't get into it till it was like 15. I mean, there ain't nothing going on 5 years ago, okay? Nowadays, there's shit going down companies are joining up, clicking. The Visa's joining up with this and that, and we're going to see all this. I've got to be able to think. And then just now, the amount of work that I do on this show now, I spend 60 hours a week easy on my show, okay? From researching the stuff, all of it, making the little videos, shit, let me do it again, and all these things. Responding to people, then I got $500 members, and I text them, and they text me back. If they need phone calls, I answer them, and we take care of stuff. I'm fucking busy. And it's a very good thing. I have a very important job, and I'm helping people navigate this. I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good at investigating shit, and I can give you my best guess. You know, me and Zoltar, my little gypsy buddy over here, and I'm trying my best. People, keep your crypto assets a secret. But yeah, let me get on to some other couple donations here, then we'll get to work. Mark, thanks for that tax-free donation. Hulk, thanks for all the great deep dives on these assets. Been following your advice and learning a lot. Thank you. It's just a lot of work, man. Doing crypto research, looking at cryptos, trying to study, okay, now who started this crypto? Who are they working with? Research who they're working with. Okay, they're somebody, they're nobody. Okay, do they have accelerated programs? Who are these accelerated programs? Who else are they? It's just so much fucking work, man. And trying to write all the shit down is just, oh my God. And then just the amount of texting that I do with these $500 people, they got to know everything I'm doing. So I'm calling them, not every single one. Some just want me to shoot them a text. Some want a phone call, and some just like, but they're paying money. And these people are not rich. A couple of the people, they join up with their friends. They're day laborers. They're gardeners and stuff. I'm doing my absolute best to give them the best information. So 3 guys join up and they pay $150 a piece or something or whatever, and they come up with the $500. I do my job to help every single. And there's rich people that are the 500 too, but there's also poor people as well. So I do the same amount of work, and these people pay money because they want the best information. They might call me, hey, what about this crypto? What about that one? Hey, should I swap this one out? And Then I'll look up what they got. So it's not always on the show that the $500 people can ask me anytime, any question, or compare 2 cryptos, or, hey, I got CeeLo, this and the other. Should I buy whatever and sell these? Then I look them up. That's what I do for people. So now I get even busier because I got the $500 club. And so that's my life. And so this crypto shit is starting to get pretty serious now. It's starting to move pretty good. And you'll see that I got about 2 articles, maybe 3 we'll go over on the show. I'm going to deep dive each article as well today. And so times change and we have to adapt. I can't run the same show that I did before, you know, like, I don't know if it was always 1 hour shows. That was like 15 minutes, 30 minutes or something. Zoltar, Micah Ward says, Zoltar runs the show. That's faux show. All righty. DeAndre, what do you think about ISO 20022 and July 14th? It's just, look, I don't look at dates or times. I look at what are the sign of the times, okay? Do you understand that? So it's not a date. It's not a specific date or time. It's when I go over the articles, I'm going over 2 to 3 articles today. You're going to see, I'm seeing shit that never happened 6 months ago, a year ago, nothing. We're like the Star Trek Enterprise, and we're going into uncharted territory. The plane, I'm telling you what, remember 3-4 years ago, I told you, we're on a big old 747 jet. We're sitting on the runway. Guess what? They fired up the thrusters, and now they're steering the plane towards the runway, okay, that we're going to take off. You know, I went to Vegas and met some great people at Caleb Brown and met some great fans. good people, who help support the channel for years. And all you guys, I try to help support you in your mission to have the best information. I spend all this fucking time. I spend 60 hours a week in crypto, so you don't have to. You can watch a show like this, depending on what member level you are. You call me up. I mean, imagine that. Some guy's got 5 years of experience in crypto who is pretty good at uncovering shit no other channel has, right? We have all the uncovered stuff nobody else has. So I take the job seriously. And I don't know what's happening July 14th. They keep saying this and that. Oh, we got to push it back here. Look, don't worry about dates and times. Look at the sign of the times. Look at the articles I'm going to go over today. I want you to watch how everything is getting connected, how the biggest credit card companies are now hooking up with banks, crypto exchanges. They're getting ready, everybody. You're going to see all this. Now is the time. The prices of crypto are cheap. Awesome. Bring it, okay? I'll be buying on the 1st and 2nd of the month. I'll start off the $500 club, letting you know exactly what cryptos I buy in case you want to buy it. Then it goes to the $10 club and then the $5, all right? Not that it's any kind of magic, but just some people want to know what I get, all right? I got one question from somebody. I can't tell you the most popular ones at Caleb Brown. You can't release that information out because then what people do, they just buy the top 5, and then if one of those are a bust, then so I already kind of talked to Caleb Brown about it, and they won't give me their top sellers, and that can be good or bad. What if everybody's running towards the end of a cliff and you don't realize it to the end? So look, I do research. And how about this? I do research very hard every week. And if I think a crypto is great, and if Caleb Brown's carrying it, it's a legit crypto. Because they got people there that do what I do, but way different than me. They got other things. They got access to seeing stuff I can't see. So that's how I kind of do that one. If me and them both agree that if they're selling it, they sell all kinds of stuff, and they can't really recommend any crypto at all. It's not really, you can't do that. What if a crypto goes bankrupt? Like, you just don't know certain things. Everything in crypto is a risk. What we want to do on Crypto Hulk Show is spend a lot of time digging, drilling down into something and looking at it deep. And then I report that to you. That's what my show is. It's educational. You're trying to get rich. Knowledge is power. Knowledge and time, all the time I spend to teach you whatever, you go and take that and make money with it. You're now able to make better crypto decisions unless you're spending 60 hours a week looking up crypto. It's a fucking bitch sometimes, right? But I'm looking up all these cryptos. I had to take a break on that shit. It's just too much work every fucking day looking at 10 cryptos and trying to come up with, it's just too much. It's a lot of work. And and it's fun. And but we're gonna switch back to some news. I'm gonna still do sometimes I'll just do news. Like today, I'm gonna switch it up a little. I'm gonna do a news, and I'm gonna do a deep dive on the news to see if there's any cryptos in that article. Okay, so that part's gonna be kind of fun. But I'm not telling you which ones I'm buying and all that stuff. Just on Friday night, that's when I'll do that. Okay, so because what I want to do is not chase cryptos right now, except Friday morning and PM. During the week, we're going to get hardcore news, and I'll try to, on some of the programs, show you what cryptos are in this news article. But I'm not doing that on all of them because, again, it's just so much time. I have no time. I didn't have time to make 3 or 4 videos and post them. I just had time to do one. So that's what's up. Let me see about these donations here. Rob 7879. Thanks again, Hulk. Thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Appreciate that one. Chris Sharpie. Thanks for everything, Hulk. Bagged up Axelar and Redstone. 2 solids right there. This is for Grok. Keep up the great work. Very much appreciated, sir. Okay. Yeah, those are good solid ones right there. Definitely might want to buy some more or get those. I mean, I got Axlar, but all right, let's go. Here's Chainlink article. Chainlink's a Ripple partner, by the way. Now, this one's interesting. This one, we got Chainlink, we know is utilizing Ripple. This is so massive right here, this article. And they're going to partner Chainlink, and we'll throw in, look, who's working with Ripple? Chainlink, HBAR, ALGO, Mastercard. See where all this is going? This is getting fucking huge, everybody. See, for 5 years, you have all these cryptos spread out. Now, if you look at what's happening, everything's starting to go on top of the ledger slowly. What you have is the XRP ledger laying out like, imagine a blanket. There's a blanket sitting in the middle of a auditorium. And little by little, somebody puts a toy, we'll call it a crypto platform, right there. On top of the blanket, that's the XRP ledger. Then someone else brings a toy and puts it right in the center of the blanket. And somebody else puts another toy. But then eventually you put little strings. You put strings and you connect the toys together to the XRP ledger. And then you draw strings and toys. It just keeps growing like that. This is what we got going on here. This is involving, okay, this is so big. Just this article right here is talking about almost half the entire world getting hooked up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what's up. We're getting close. I don't know when the bell rings and it's green light and we take off. We're still hooking people up, okay? So a year from now, 2, it depends on how fast they want to speed this up. Chainlink, Ripple, Mastercard, Hedera, Algorand, they're all probably working together. And it's going to allow what? 3 billion card holders to buy crypto. Everybody, that's almost the whole world. I'm like, holy jeez. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. This is starting to get real big, okay? So I don't see us doing this for another year or 2. I don't know the way they're doing this. Let's go. Chainlink, a company that provides a decentralized Oracle network, has partnered with payments provider Mastercard to allow credit card companies, the credit card company Mastercard, 3 billion card holders to buy crypto on chain. Are you hearing me? This is almost half the world, everybody. This is just MasterCard. Let's throw in Visa, Discover card. You see what I'm saying? And then we start throwing in every single credit card you can imagine. I'm going to tell you what. Now, remember, we got poor areas where they don't have internet. See, this is the whole thing. This is what I'm showing you. You've got to hook up the whole entire world, okay? I want you to get this kind of mentality. Nothing's taking off tomorrow. If a crypto's up today, it's down tomorrow, okay? All this shit is volatile. What we try to do on this show is sometimes we can catch some pumps, okay? It's pretty fun. I know some people made a lot of money in the past 3 weeks, all right? Some insane amount of money. That shit's not every day, okay? Some of you are simple-minded. If every day you don't see green candles on the show making 50, 100%, 1,500%, you get like all butthurt. I'm like, dude, that shit, it's not an ATM machine. I already told you. Sometimes you can strike at it, and other times you just have to wait for the next one. That's how it goes. It's not every time I do a show you're getting rich. That's fucking not normal, okay? Maybe I see something, bam, it takes off, and it's like waves. A big wave comes up, boom, now you gotta wait for the next one. You gotta be all ready. You got to have all your money. Like if you want to do a Uniswap shit, like If you want to buy some, it's on my show, because Friday I'm going to tell you which ones are the ones I'd buy, or I am buying, or I've just bought. You got to have money in your Caleb Brown account. You got to have everything set up. Now's the time to fund your account, okay? So contact the bank or buy Circle and from Uphold and send it over to Caleb Brown, whatever you got to do, and get ready. Because when that shit takes off, just like that, maybe it lasts 2-3 hours or something, it's done. That pump is done, okay? If you're not there ready to go, you're going to miss out, all right? If something's on Uniswap, get that MoonPay. Contact MoonPay, get it all hooked up, fund your account at wherever you want. Let's say some people say Uniswap, and have it ready. Because what happened to me and a lot of other people, your bank gets my bank got all fucking stupid and didn't want to send MoonPay, which is a Ripple partner, for God's sakes. Wells Fargo didn't want to allow that transaction, so I couldn't get a Uniswap trade in. I'm like, son of a bitch. So you've got to get all this shit done in advance and be ready to pull that trigger, okay? That's how this shit works. Get all the wallets you want. Get the fucking, if you think you want to buy some shit, get your wallet, fund it, get it all going. Because when a mini pump happens and it's over in 2 to 3 hours or whatever, you've missed out. It's done and it's over, okay? So we're going to this article here, Chainlink, the integration here. Listen to this. The integration could spur crypto adoption. Oh my God, how fucking stupid is this? Really, Cointelegraph? That's the dumbest fucking shit. Who wrote the article? Time to clown the author. Christopher Tepedino. What a fucking asshat. Let's continue. Like, go get a journalism degree, dude. Something like that. Are you serious? This integration could spur crypto adoption. Oh my God, that's like the biggest fucking understatement. Oh my God, how embarrassing. By providing a new avenue for people without Web3 exposure to gain experience with digital assets. Now, the integration is made possible through a series of Web3 entities. So Mastercard and Chainlink and all that, I want you to see what's going on. Here's what I'm seeing a lot right now. These Web3 DeFi cryptos are starting. Now, who's that? Flare, XDC, and some of these other ones. They're starting to get a use case, okay? For the longest time, look, we haven't had Web3. That's why Flare is not going anywhere. Songbird, none of that shit. It's just sitting there. Gary Gensler was the biggest fucking turd that did all this. So after 4 years, just sitting there fucking around with Gary. Gary still, after 4 years, imagine this. After 4 fucking years, the SEC never made any official statements about any crypto. Can you imagine doing a job like that for 4 years and never going on record telling us what cryptos are for 4 years? I don't know what the fuck he did for 4 years, really. Like, he didn't do anything. I mean, he hung out with Sam Bankman-Fried. We know that. We know Gary Gensler met with FTX multiple times. And that was the biggest fucking train wreck in history. And they met with the SEC. Imagine that. Oh, shit. So we know that was all crooked. But Web3 companies, you got Shift for Payments, Swapper Finance, XSwap, and Zero Hash. They're involved in this. What we're seeing now, as I'm showing you, DeFi and Web3 crypto are now starting to get a use case. They're getting it set up. Imagine a building. They pour the cement. Well, you put in all your pipes and shit, and then you pour the cement and all that. Okay. That's what's going on right now. Web3 a year ago, there ain't shit happening with that. 2, 3, 4, 5 years, no kind of Web3. Now all of a sudden, this is what we're reading about right here. Chainlink, Mastercard, and all that Ripple connection. They're hooking up with Web3. They're getting all the foundations set, okay? To almost half the world. That's just with Mastercard. Check it out. What if we throw in Visa? We got another 3 billion. That's 6 billion. How many people are on the planet? 7, 8 billion? I don't know. Somewhere in there. We're getting pretty, then throw in Discover and all these Diners Club and all these other credit cards, and you might be talking 6-7 million people. So if they don't have a cell phone, they probably have. Now what we're going to have in poor areas are cards, like credit cards, but it's a crypto card. It's like a government, they'll figure, I don't know how this shit goes down, but they'll probably, I remember them telling us about having a card, but then eventually the cards will disappear and just be QR codes and shit on your phone. But that's how it's going to be. Web3 is coming right now. They're getting it set up. So you're not going to get rich off these Web3 tokens. But these Web3 companies are working to get this done. The current version of the application available at Swapper Finance is non-custodial and leverages account abstraction to provide users with simplicity, control, chain links. It was important that this solution was built for everyone, not just crypto natives and enthusiasts. Understand this. They just said it right here. What I'm showing you is they're building out to make it easy for people who don't know anything about crypto. No, look, no one's using these fucking wallets and shit and all the QR and all this stuff, and you got a two-factor off that. Dude, they can't, nobody wants to deal with that fucking shit. It's like trying to get into Fort Knox just to borrow your own money. There's got to be an easy way. Facial recognition, that's why they're going to all that stuff, the iris and the eye and the thumbprints and shit. Because for me to try to keep track of all these fucking passcodes and just, it becomes exhausting, right? And then you fuck up one, and it's like, oh shit, now lock me out, and I got to go home and get the passwords and shit, or go to the bank. And you see what I mean? Like, it just gets out of hand. What are they trying to do? This solution with MasterCard was built for everyone. The 80-year-old grandma and the 12-year-old little kid or something, right? You're not going to have to learn how to use a ledger and add all this fucking 10 password or 20 passphrase and do the hokey pokey. Dude, people are sick of that fucking shit, all right? They want it easy. And that's what is going on right here. MasterCard is a competitor. Now, I got some notes. The most important part of this article, then we'll go to the next article. Or I got some web pages here to go over real quick. Chainlink Crypto joins MasterCard in DeFi. This in April, it was announced, so a couple months ago, that they had a partnership with Kraken. That's a crypto exchange. So now we have, before this Web3 integration, you've got MasterCard partner. I'll show you the MasterCard with Ripple. MasterCard partners with Ripple, gets all kinds of shit going and stuff over the years, right? Just a couple months ago, MasterCard hooks up with Kraken. So now we got a crypto exchange mixed in with a credit card company. See the integration there? Now they're mixing in with Chainlink so people can buy the crypto. It's like they're making steps. They're progressing. I want you to see how this is going right here. And they just lately released MasterCard's hooking up with MetaMask. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. Yes, it's coming, everybody. Get these cryptos that are good. I'll talk about them on the show. Those are the ones that Zoltar is saying for you to buy. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't buy anything I say on the show. Everything's a total lie, okay? I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about finances or nothing at all, okay? There's your disclaimer. Oh, I'm also super fucking high before every show. All kinds of drugs, bad drugs, bad drugs. Now, October of 24, maybe close to a year ago, 8 months ago, Visa is the competition. And guess what they did? They hooked up with Coinbase. So MasterCard hooks up with Kraken last April, just like a couple months ago. And Coinbase last October hooks up with Visa. See the pattern? That's what I noticed here. Now, Coinbase is partnered up with BlackRock, the world's largest financial advisor company. And BlackRock has the world's largest tokenized crypto fund. This is all happening right now. Buy what they want to do, what MasterCard wants to do is buy crypto with fiat and then go in and out of fiat and crypto to make it easy for anybody. That's what they're doing here. They're not, no one's going to have to remember all these passphrase things. All this shit's done. Now, here's an article right here. In January, Ripple partners with Chainlink. Notice how all this is all happening right in front of us. All this crypto adoption, we're watching it each day on Crypto Hulk. I'm showing you the articles right there. Now, here's a MasterCard article from 2 years ago. MasterCard partners with Ripple. I've been showing you this for 2 years. There's 2 articles right there. The first one, Ripple partners with Chainlink. MasterCard partners with Ripple. Swipe your debit card. So I did a little deep dive on this article. Chainlink provides decentralized oracles and interoperability protocols to connect MasterCard's payment network with blockchain. So Chainlink is doing this. Chainlink synchronizes off-chain financial systems with on-chain smart contracts. So that's very interesting. You got zero hash. It's an actual crypto. So that's one you can actually buy, zero hash. You can go out and buy that if you wanted to. And they have a stablecoin infrastructure provider. Swapper Finance, they are a DeFi platform. You got Shift for Payments. They are a payment processing company. You have something called XSwap involved in this. They're a decentralized exchange built with Chainlink ecosystem. And then we have Uniswap, which we all know. So that is all who's hooked up in this. Let me click out of these articles. Let me check comments real quick. We'll go to the next article. I need hash, not zero hash. Black Apple has a question. Better to get a nice bag of a token or have it spread out? That's going to be my issue. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I've got 20 cryptos on my list. Over the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we've been going over coins. I got like 16 or 20 cryptos that I want, but I'm not going to be able to. I mean, I can buy them all, but I won't be able to buy them all because I got to find out what Caleb Brown carries. So when the end of the month comes, I'm going to probably the day before I get paid, I'm going to go through all my 20 cryptos, find out which ones are at Caleb and Brown, and then I got to determine if I want to do what Black Apple is thinking about right now. Should I have one good bag or several bags? Let me just tell you this. For me, I mean, this is just common sense. If you invest in a stock market, do you put everything you have in one stock? No, some people might, and that could end up very, very good, or that could end up very, very fucked up, okay? So businesses, let's say, they'll invest in 10 things in hopes that 1 out of 10 hits. So I'm going to say you should probably think of it kind of like that, okay? Me personally, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have like 10 cryptos or more. So I've got these 20 cryptos. I don't have my list. Yeah, I do. Okay. I got 21. That's quite a list. I'm having a feeling out of these 21 cryptos, Caleb Brown has 10. At that 10, I'm not going to be able to pick which 10. It's just, I mean, I got a list right here. I got to figure out what 10 they carry. And if I want to buy 10 or if I want to buy 5 and double up and shit. So I'm not going to answer your question, but I hope to God you just don't have 10 cryptos. Those are rookie numbers. Oh my God. So I'm not going to tell you, like, just don't put it in one. Whatever you do, just don't buy one crypto. That's fucked up. All right. Let me check another question. I got 20 on there. Damn, I need a meeting. I have about 20 on Caleb Brown. Mark, I'm probably going to end up having 20 total cryptos. Let's take a look at Caleb Brown. I'm going to go to my account and see how fucked up, how cheap crypto prices are. I don't want to see how fucked up prices are because, remember, be careful what you pay for. I mean, be careful what you wish for, right? Told you that already. Now is the time to buy because we aren't going to have prices as cheap ever again. When this is all done, Crypto Hulk show, I told you, the show's changing already. We're getting closer and big things are happening. Now I'm buying. I only had 2 cryptos before Caleb Brown. I had XRP and VeChain. What a mistake. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know shit. So now that I know, I've learned a lot over 5 years. I try to share that information with you, the good shit that I know and the mistakes that I've made. So don't make mistakes that I've made. Okay, now I'm going to add the 2-factor. There we go. Now it's checking it. And crypto's down. All right, what a surprise. How many cryptos do I got? I got Hedera. Well, I'm not going to tell you until the first of the month. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the 15th one would be like US dollar. I got like no more US dollars left. So I got 14. And that one is actually Circle, and that's $170. So I got about 13 cryptos right now. And I got 20 on a list over there. But some of that, let me see. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do. I got about a good 20. Fuck. 19. I had to cross out some, so maybe I got 17 on this list here, and I got 13. What did I say? What do I got at Caleb Brown? 15? So I got like 17 on this list, and Caleb Brown's probably only going to have maybe half. So that 17 becomes 8. And maybe I just pick up all those 8. I'm not sure. I don't know. I got to look. I'd rather, I can't answer questions about how many different cryptos should you have. Like, this is all, it's like a journey for me too. And it's better to have some exposure to something, because if that takes off, you know, but then again, if you don't have enough of it, you know, I don't know. There's no right answer, all right? So I know everybody wants I want the right answer, but I don't think it's actually there. Okay, let's go with this article here. This will wrap it up. We got 15 minutes left. Okay, this one will be it. This one's important right here. Let me show you the article. This one, and there's a crypto involved in this one. You might want to write it down. Ripple Labs USD taps a company called 20M Merchant Network. It's aiming to rival Circle. So this is what we've got. The company's name, the crypto platform's Aeon, A-E-O-N. It does have a crypto. I think that crypto is A-E-O-N. AEON has partnered with Ripple. Now is probably not the time to get it because it's going on a run. Everybody knows that would be like put on your to-do list, okay? Don't buy it right now because everybody's buying it and you're gonna be able to buy it cheaper when it dumps, okay? That's just how this shit works. Anything brand new, Ripple partnership, bam, it's gonna run up, okay? And even if it's cheap, let's go on CoinMarketCap. Let's take a look here where this little fucker's at. CoinMarketCap. Aeon, A-E-O-N. It's not for sale yet. Okay. Perfect. So it is not for sale. It is listed. At some point, they're probably going to release it. So how about now? Let's CoinGecko. Let me look at CoinGecko. And we do a search for AEON project. Oh, it's up 1 point. Oh shit, it's 0.00006. Notice, you can look on the list here. Notice how it started off and it pumped and then it kind of, now it's flatlining. So it's, where do you get this thing? There's like two crypto markets, BitMax and Radium. Maybe. I don't know. So again, this thing is like really brand new. Just because Ripple works with a company, look, Ripple's going to work with a lot of companies. So, I mean, this would be something if you want to get it. For me, if Kalen Brown don't got it, I'm not getting it. But don't be me. I'm telling you, that's just me. Michael, right on. Thanks for that tax-free donation. Just pay it forward. Right on. Right. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm showing you a crypto article, and I'm showing you the crypto. So Ripple Labs taps this Aeon company, and they're going to help. Aeon is a Web3 payment platform, has teamed up with Ripple to integrate XRP and the Ripple Labs USD. The partnership enables seamless Ripple Lab USD transactions for daily purchases via Telegram and popular wallets such as BitGet and Token Pocket. So if you want to buy this shit, you can probably go to BitGet or go to Token Pocket and buy it, okay? I'm not getting it. I'm not loading wallets. I'm just, if anybody's interested, that's on you. I'm just relaying the news. In the latest development, Aeon has partnered with Ripple, adding to the platform's growing list of strategic collaborations. I'm a collaborator. Crypto Hulk, don't admit that shit on live TV. People are going to think you're a pervert. What, for being a collaborator? Okay, here's my notes. Aeon has partnered with Ripple, incorporating XRP and the Ripple Labs USD stablecoin into a Web3. See where we're going here? The last article was about what? Mastercard, Chainlink. We all know that's with Ripple, fucking Hedera, Algorand, and shit. We had Mastercard hooking up in a Web3 DeFi space. Now we've got Ripple integrating into a Web3 space. Are you seeing this? What's happening is it's migrating from the old to the Web3, everybody. It's coming, okay? It's not here yet. So you're not rich tomorrow. Just because you buy Aeon right now, you're not rich tomorrow. Just letting you know, okay? Aeon is integrating XRP and Ripple Labs into Web3. Ripple Labs, see, they have a Web3 platform, Aeon does, and they're putting Ripple XRP ledger and all the technology into their Web3 platform. This will offer, listen to this, offline, like you don't have to have an internet connection. You can do this offline or online. Here's one of the differences with XRP ledger. These other ledgers, they don't have offline capabilities. Oh, like the Ethereum network, they don't have that. I don't think anybody else has it, offline capabilities. Maybe Stellar, because you got Jeb McCaleb mixed in and all that, but this is what's up. Now, in this article, there's a guy, he works for BitGo, BITGO. He's the CEO. He's one of the biggest dumb shits today. He wins the dumb shit award of today. He criticized XRP in this article, but he praised the Ripple Labs USD coin. Listen what this dumb shit said. He said that Ripple XRP failed to realize its vision of establishing XRP as a bridge currency. I feel like those two guys that were on the show Friday, Ice-T and the other dude sitting on the porch, and they're like, damn, it's like, for this guy to actually say this, I envisioned Ice-T and that other dude in the hood sitting on, what's that show, Friday, yeah, from back in the 80s or something. I watched that thing, and like, damn, but I don't think it was yeah, but this dude, when he said this, I'm just like, what? How do you end up being a CEO and being that so fucking stupid in crypto? He said XRP failed to realize its vision of establishing XRP as a bridge currency. What? Which ultimately led to the creation of the Ripple Lab stable coin. I was like, this motherfucker is so stupid. He actually said that shit. Yo, Chris Tucker, and yeah, okay. Now, I have an article here. I'm going to show you with evidence right here. I'm going to show you with evidence, because that CEO of BitGo, he's so fucking stupid. Okay, here's the evidence right here. We're going to Wikipedia. I got about 7 minutes. And then I'm going to open up the show to the $5 people. And then after an hour, I'm going to open it up to the free show. Interledger Foundation. So what we got here is this. I'm going to speed this up, make it as fast as I can. I'm going to give you the article. You could read it on your own. I'm going to explain it in under a minute, okay? Just like those Ripple drops. Ripple in a minute, okay? So what we got going on here is this. The internet was created by the government or whatever. In 1997, the internet was released, okay? But it didn't have a universal payment system put into the internet. So they left a space in the internet called HTTP 402, okay? And their hopes was in 1997 to have some kind of a global payment system, XRP. They hope to have some kind of a payment system in the future that they could put into the internet so that they hope to have one ledger that would be interoperable, that the whole world could use to make payments. That shit didn't happen until 2014, when Ripple, which is the government, created Codius and something called the Interledger Foundation, but Interledger Protocol was its name. Ripple gave this, in this article, gave it to the people that run the internet, World Wide Web Consortium, and they put it in the internet, a one world payment system all ready to go when that day comes. They put an interoperable system into the internet, but guess what? They needed a whole framework. They need all the banks to get on the system. Guess what Ripple's been doing for 10 years, everybody? This is the biggest secret no one's ever seen. And I'm showing you right here live on Crypto Hulk Show. They first put it in. The Interledger found this. This thing explains it right here. They tested it and shit, and it worked, okay? Now, that was 2014. Ripple has been spending the past 11 years hooking up the whole entire world with crypto, their platform. But then guess what? The work's not done with that. That's just the platform. Then you got to have the smart contracts and the oracles and all the companies. It's like then you got to tokenize everything. See all this? It's amazing. When you watch this Crypto Hulk Show, you start seeing how all the shit's coming together. Ripple can't take off because everybody's not hooked up. Okay? In 2014, the only reason the crypto price of XRP went up in 2017, December, or whatever, to $3 or something, it's all speculation. It means nothing. Like, think right now, because I'm ready to wrap this show up. Think 1997, the internet was released to the world. The government was using it for maybe 20, 30, 40 years or something, but it was released to the world as we know it as the internet, okay? Then, in 2014, Ripple filled in a spot called HTTP 402. This now allowed the internet to be used with a payment system. But guess what? No one's on the crypto, right? No one's using crypto. Were you using crypto back in 2014? I wasn't. And about 99% of the world was not. Okay. So I'm going to answer the question. No, you weren't. So even though Ripple hooked up the internet in 2014, there's no infrastructure. I didn't know about using crypto until 2018. I started buying some shit with crypto, like buying some shit from other countries, not drugs, but close. But I was buying stuff from other countries, but they wanted Bitcoin. So think 2014, the world wasn't hooked up. So Ripple put this payment system into the internet called the XRP ledger that utilized Codius and Interledger protocol. Well, that's what the package was called, Interledger protocol, but it contained Codius and shit like that. And they've been improving it every year because Ripple comes out with new shit. So, but the world's not hooked up. BlackRock is just now, in the past 6 months or whatever, like a year, tokenizing real world assets. So the world's not ready for a payment system. That's why I'm reading you all this news. They are hooking it up right now. That's what I just got done reading you 2 articles. You see this now? They are hooking it up right now. Mastercard's hooking it up right now. That's our first article with Chainlink and shit. They're hooking it up now. It's not done. You're not going to get rich, okay? Now's the time to get good news like on this show and buy smart cryptos. Prepare yourself. Have a Caleb Brown account, okay? And be ready to go. If you want to buy shit on other exchanges and stuff. That is what we got for news today. Let me check the comments. It's almost an hour. Just Revenant, thank you very much for that. Appreciate tax-free donations. Let's look here. Yeah, we are in the infrastructure phase. Ain't nothing happening. Speculation is all that's happening right now. Sometimes you can catch a pump and stuff and make some money, but make some money. I'm talking about, I want millions and millions. That shit, we got to wait for that. Okay, now this show is over. I'm gonna need crypto. I'm gonna need like 5, and I'm gonna start tonight, Friday. We're gonna go over all the shitty, and then 1 or 2 good cryptos Friday PM that probably you need to buy, and that I feel is gonna pump imminently. So let's start taking a look at some of these, and I'll do some research during the week. Doubled up again with another one. Well, nice. Thank you very much for the tax-free donation. I get 100% of that. Okay, here we go. Cryptos, BCH, ICE, BSX, Avalanche, Dent. Okay. There's one. Sora. Okay. Sora. BSL, BSX. AG. I got 3, so now I'll need 2 more. I'll take about 5 each day, or maybe 5 each, and they'll give me a pretty good list. Near Protocol. Okay, Near Protocol. Okay, last one. Songbird. Okay, that's interesting. SGB. Okay, that's 5 right there. Now I'm going to open the show up to the free show, and I got to start working on my tomorrow morning program at 7 a.m. Sunday. Right now it's 6 p.m. Pacific time. The show will be at 7 a.m., so it's in 13 hours from right now. 13 hours. That'll be it. Thanks for hanging in there and learning, and I'll see you in the morning.